Are you wondering how to teach your preschooler? Well, so was I. I did a ton of research. I spoke with the professionals, and now this is part 2 of how I made my own curriculum for my preschooler, and now you can too. Hopefully this helps. Ready? Here we go.
Hi, I'm Jordan Ashley, and welcome to our most magical homeschool on earth. We're a family that loves Jesus, Disney, and exploring the world around us. On our channel, we share how we homeschool at home, at Disney World, and on our adventures. I also talk about how I work from home, which has given us a lot of freedom to enjoy things that we love. And hopefully, I can give you the tools to do the same. I hope you join our community because my goal on this channel is that you feel encouraged and inspired on your family's adventure, and that I can give you some ideas and learning resources to make it a little bit easier for you. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on a video.
Hi everyone, and welcome to part 2 of our preschool curriculum series and how I made it. I did make this video a little bit longer than I anticipated, so I split it into 2, and I will post the part 1 in the description box below, but be sure to finish this video and go back to part 1. That will give you a little bit more information as well, but it will make sense if you continue to watch this video. So each day we definitely do Bible, so that can look like practicing a different spiritual practice each day, or multiples of course, whether it's practicing prayer or worship or gratitude. That definitely gets incorporated into each and every day and is highlighted at the beginning of the day so that we can get off on the right foot. And then we also do activity books, we act out different stories, we pretend to be different characters, we even watch a couple different movies. I'm working on making a kind of Bible learning binder, if you will. Let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in that, and I can continue to share what I've made with you guys. And so that's basically what we do for Bible right now. We usually focus on a Bible story, and then we focus on a spiritual discipline and spiritual practice, and then we also will focus on a attribute of God and how, so whether it's love and how we can love one another because God loved us, that type of thing. So that's Bible. So each and every day we do letter recognition and letter sounds. We do combine these. I think it's important to actually teach sounds and lowercase letters a little bit more than the uppercase letters. We do them all in combination. If you are a teacher and you are classically trained, you can let me know if that's like a horrible idea, but I'm pretty sure it's working out okay so far. I don't know, let me know if you guys do the same thing in the comments. But we do a lot of different activities, and I'll post a video of our in-depth activity list, some of our favorites later on in our preschool series. But we do lots of different hands-on tactile activities. We do search and finds around the house. We do our Playdough Mats. We do our letters each and every day. And we also do a lot of math every single day. That is numbers, counting, recognition of numbers, that is, and counting. We do measuring, we do patterns. Those are some of the things that we do when we talk math every day. And we do not do every single one of those things every day. We do number recognition, and it's just natural part of our play to be able to count every day. We do lots of games, we do lots of food-related activities, tactile activities. That is how we do math. So for calendar, we're focusing on days of the week, the months, and the seasons of the year. We are super excited. She loves doing this part each and every day. We do it in a couple of different ways. We use our lots of tactile things. We do a lot of our learning binder activities, and we do, there's so many different options. I will link a few of my favorites on my Pinterest boards, but that is what we do for calendar. So we also have an All About Me section where we do one or all of these things, or we learn our phone number, our name, how we spell our name, how it's written, we trace it, things like that, the letters that are in our name, and that is how she's learned a lot of her letters so far, so that's great and fun. We also do things like birthdays, family, where we live, some other really key things to know when it comes to all about me. Now we also have a weather category, which is actually going to be a unit study for us. We're going to dive deeper into weather at that stage, but we every single day will check the weather, we'll document it in either our journal or our learning binder, and so that's a really fun thing that she gets to do. She likes to experience the different types of weather. We're hoping one day to experience snow, but other than the foam snow that we see at Disney World all the time. So that is our weather. Super simple, super easy to incorporate in your everyday. So science is super big. I am a biology major, master's in nursing, like we like science in this house. So I also have a lot of background with teaching about animals, so it's really natural for us to learn science, whether it is chemistry or we learn a lot about nature and animals, plants, biology. We do a lot of gardening. So I have a learning binder that's in the works for her with some more things that she can do by herself, as well as some more in-depth studies that we're really excited to do. And we have a ton of unit studies that are revolving around science. But again, that's stuff that's really incorporated into our everyday lives and not necessarily things that require us to focus on school time. It's just really a lot of intentional conversations, maybe some fun experiments here and there. Now, art for us is super fun. At this stage, art is huge. We love incorporating all different types of art. It actually helps with a lot of our fine motor skills. We do a lot of different whether it's paintbrushes, we paint with leaves, we paint with everything we can find, coloring crayons, and most of the activities that we do with art actually encompass one of the other categories. That way we can kind of do two things at the same time, and it's a really fun way for her to be both creative and excited about what she's doing and learn something that she didn't know she was learning. Alright, so the one you're all waiting for, social. Again, myth. It is not true that homeschool kids are less socialized. If you look back at some of my previous videos, you'll hear some statistics about how they're actually doing better as a whole, socialization-wise, so it is a myth. Trust me, it's okay. We do lots of socialization. We get to have lots of play dates. They're in church and they get to go do some group activities. We're hoping to get her in more of the actual group activities soon after some of the pandemic has settled down a little bit. We're hoping to get her in some more group activities, and then we do a ton of interacting with kids of her age as well as kids of different ages and adults, because when she grows up she's not going to be interacting with people her exact same age all the time. So we hope that she will be able to feel comfortable with having a conversation and friendship with people of all ages. So that's the goal with socialization for us. She gets a good bit of it, and we also have her in Outschool classes, which are the online courses, some of them which I teach, and those are live classes and flexible schedule classes that she can take and get to know both her teacher and other classmates that are from all over the world, most of which are here in North America, but really they're from all over the world. So it's really fun to see her interact with people close to her same age, even if it is just on a screen during this time. There is a link down below if you want to check out Outschool. You can get $20 off your first courses. So pre-writing, we do a ton of things. We do some actual tracing of letters and things like that on paper, but we do a lot of kind of bigger scale game activities that kind of encourage that pre-writing mindset, and this is how you write, this is how you follow a line, trace a line. And so she's getting pretty good at those. She really enjoys them. I'll post some of my favorites in our Pinterest boards if you're interested. So our service and life skills section or category is huge for our family. We truly believe that this is something that is like a core value for us. We really want to serve the world, and the world starts right now for this little 3-year-old in our little home, in our family. So service to our little family community, and then into the community in our little neighborhood and beyond. So we just do that by teaching certain life skills. Like, she loves to help me cook. I know she's 3, but she loves to do it, and she's learning a lot, and we incorporate math in there too. It's really fun. And then we do our like thank you notes and get well cards, and even just like the little small things that show that we're thinking about someone or we care, we celebrate with people. Those are little service opportunities that even a 3-year-old can do. And we have some other activities that we do pretty regularly, which involve certain life skills, whether it's writing a letter, which I know is super rare nowadays, but certain life skills. We also do things like her brushing her teeth and self-care activities. We have some printables that we use for that we've laminated, and she loves those activities now that it's become kind of like a game. Now, music. I love, love, love music. It's something that really brings me joy, and it's something we can use in our worship, but most of the time, music is super easy to incorporate in our daily lives, in our school lives. When I'm talking to her, instead of using words, I will sing whatever it is I'm going to say, and that's just me. I'm trying really hard not to do that right now for you guys, because that would be embarrassing. But I don't know, maybe we'll get to the point in our community where I feel comfortable doing that. Let me know in the comments if you think that would be silly. But music, super easy to incorporate. There are a lot of learning songs out there. And of course, I think I'm going to incorporate a music unit. I might bring in some of my musical theater friends, people who quite literally sing for a living, and I will hope that they can help teach her the basics of music. So I'm really excited about that. I might be listening in to their tips and tricks. Okay, so active play, another big one. At this age, they really need to be active, and well, at any age really, you need to be active to stay healthy. But really it helps with their learning, and they need to practice those gross motor skills. So it's not super hard to incorporate this into our daily lives. Especially at this age, she wants to make everything a jumble gym. But we do a lot of special like dance times, or we do like yoga. I have some pretty cool little mats that I got from Target, the dollar spot there, that actually show little, it's like a puzzle mat that shows little pictures of yoga characters. It's really fun. She really enjoys those, and we do a couple every morning. And then actually on Outschool right now, we're doing some of our active classes, because we're not going to in-person dance or in-person classes right now. But so for example, one class that we really love, one of my Outschool teacher friends, she does a lot of martial arts classes for even little ones, and she's amazing. So I'm going to post some of her classes down below if you're interested. She's awesome. Reading is another really big one. So we do a lot of reading when it comes to just everyday books. We do have a lot of books that we put in our morning basket. I will hand select a couple, whether it is based on our unit study or they just are books that I really want to get through. Some read aloud books, so the ones that are longer chapter books. I'll maybe make a post if you're interested to hear what our lists are this year that I'm hoping to get through. Alright, so the last one I'm going to talk to you about today is emotional intelligence, self-care, self-esteem, all of those kind of all-encompassing things that are going to help her the rest of her life. And no matter what she does, no matter who she becomes, I hope that this is something that really sticks and helps her succeed in whatever it is that she hopes to do. So that can look like taking care of herself, whether it is like her daily checklist, like I mentioned before, of taking care of her, brushing her teeth, brushing her hair, her bath, like getting her PJs on, making her bed, things like that. That is one section of it. That's one facet of self-care. It's actually taking care of your body, making sure our nutrition and our exercise is doing well. So I'm actually going to do a unit on that. As a nurse, pediatric nurse, I really want to make sure that I instill good habits in my kiddo. Now we also do a lot of role playing, so that just is a lot of pretend play, whether she's the princess and I'm the royal advisor trying to help her figure out what she should do with all of her riches or treasure that she finds, or how she should help certain people in her kingdom, or if it is role-playing a scenario that might happen when she is at a play date or something like that. Helping her regulate her emotions and helping her kind of see it from other people's point of view, as well as just helping her to learn like what her identity is, her true identity, and what she was made to be. And hopefully this is something that helps her for the rest of her life. And honestly, teaching her in this way has been super great for me as well, for remembering what my identity is as well. So, unit studies. This is a huge part of our school, our life really, not just our homeschool, but our life. We do a ton of unit studies, and I try to incorporate these units into just about every aspect of our school experience, whether it is we're talking about the farm and we're learning the letter A, and we talk about what animal starts with A, what sounds do you hear on the farm that start with A? Or there's so many different things that we can incorporate when it comes to a unit study, and our core learning objectives, or our active play, our art, our field trip activities. And if you're interested in learning more about how I create our unit studies, or which ones we're doing, I hopefully will be coming out with a video. Just let me know down in the comments if you're interested in that, and I can make a video for you guys about how we do it. Everyone probably does it a little bit differently. Or if you're interested in our unit studies, let me know. I do have a Etsy shop coming up. I am working really hard to get it ready for you. If you're interested in any of the resources that I create for our homeschool, maybe it'll make your life a little bit easier, not having to make it yourself. It's kind of fun for me, but it's not fun for everybody, right? So just let me know. So I hope you'll join our growing community of magic makers. I do have a couple other ways that you can follow our journey, whether it is on other social accounts that I'll link down below. I hope you will join us there. I try to post a little bit more frequently than our one video a week that I am currently doing on YouTube. So thank you so much for joining me on our preschool learning curriculum adventure, this two-part series. Be sure to go check out that first part if you haven't already, and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you would like to continue to be updated on all the different preschool activities that we do, the units, the rest of our preschool learning playlist that is coming up, as well as some videos on how we homeschool at Disney World and how we do it on the rest of our adventures. And I hope to see you in the comments to see what you guys think about what we talked about today. Do you have any other ideas? What do you teach your preschooler? I do want this to be a community, so I would really love it if we exchanged ideas and encouraged each other. So, all that to say, have a magical day, and I'll see you real soon, pal. Bye!